POV, your name is Simone and you haven't picked up your camera in an embarrassingly long time, so you don't remember how to work it. So you spend 2 days looking for a charger to fit the camera because that one has disappeared. Then you remember, once you finally do get a charging cable that doesn't work still, that actually that's not even how you charge the camera. It got a battery that goes on a different charging pack, and you have another battery that's apparently fully charged, so you could have been recording. And welcome back to my life that is my life. And I don't know, I feel like I don't know how you could be at any point in your life and be like, I actually don't know what's going on, because like it's like constantly changing. Like I don't know how you could feel like super secure about anything. Like things are changing so rapidly all the time. But I mean, life is still great, and we got a lot catching up to do, and I'm gonna do it. I got some stories to tell, guys. I got some stories to tell. POV, your name is Simone, and you completely forgot how to work your camera in the last year of not, using it consistently. So you spend 3 or 4 days looking for the correct charger for it because yours has disappeared, and then you get super excited and then you film all these videos and then you forget that the camera will only record for like 5 minutes in 4K, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to figure out. So now you recorded all this footage. Half of it is no good because you can't see it. You don't know what you was talking about, but you was talking a lot. And welcome back to my life that is Simone. Because still trying to figure this shit out, okay? Still trying to figure it out. And it's a, it's an everyday process. It's an everyday process because I already filmed this video. And it was good. But half of the footage is gone. So now here we are again. Here we are again. So last time I was talking and I was putting together some Lego flowers, and I'm gonna put it all together as much as I can to make it make sense. But anyways, I went back to Five Below and I got these so I can build these. I'm gonna build the Eiffel Tower tonight for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna build this one, but I got the Coliseum too. But I don't know if I'm gonna build it tonight. It has 586 pieces. That's a lot. But this one has 190, and that's like a lot more doable. So I'm gonna for sure do this one tonight, and I don't know. And then we're gonna refilm the video that I just filmed. So hi guys, long time no see. Been a little minute, cause after I came back from Coachella, life got a little too real for me. I mean, not too real for me, but it got a little real, and your girl was struggling, fighting for my life. Okay, I was fighting for my life for shit the second half of 2023 and shit most of the first half of 2024. I mean, not no more, not right now, but I am fighting for my life. Okay, so came with this green little thing. I wonder how, well, obviously I see how small it's gonna be, but I wonder how tall it's gonna be, because I'm gonna put it up in the front room as decoration. And I guess I really like these Legos now, which I was a little surprised by. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to give y'all like a pretty accurate rundown of what I went through, especially the last couple of months of 2023 and the beginning months of 2024, and get y'all caught up so they don't feel too left behind, because I do so much personal development, honestly, that I'm really a whole new person. Like every couple of weeks I'm a whole new person, honestly. Basically every couple of weeks, every couple of months or so, depending on how long the development, each development really takes. But my perspective is changing at such a rapid rate that I'm basically literally a new person every time you have a conversation with me. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I mean, I hope it's not. I don't think it is. I like growth. I like to get better at things, But that's just me. It's just me. It's just me. Okay, so I built the base. So far, I built the base so far. So came back from Coachella, right? No job. Figuring out what I'm gonna do for money. So shortly before Coachella, I started to DoorDash because what I thought was like a good thing ended up being me getting scammed and on my bank like $5,000 basically. But also at the same time, I had won this lawsuit that I was in, so I had also just come up on some money, so I was able to pay most of it. But then that just put me super behind right before Coachella, and everything was already paid for. So I was like, well, we're going to Coachella. Like, it's already paid for. It is what it is. Like, so I come back, I'm like dashing full time, looking for a job, trying to figure out, trying to do this, trying to do that, use all the AI, jump through all the hoops, message the recruiter, redo my LinkedIn, do this and do that, and do this and do that to try and, get a job. Still literally not hearing anything back. And so I'm dashing full time now. Super annoyed with life. It's May, it's June. I gotta figure out like what I'm gonna do because I need to move out. Like my lease is up, and at the end of July, my lease is up. I have to figure out where to move now, which means I have to figure out how to prove that I make 3 times the rent, because you have to make 3 times the rent in Texas. And I am literally like, I don't even know what I'm making, but it is varying because I'm doing DoorDash, and I'm sometimes making nothing and sometimes I'm making a good amount, a decent amount or whatever. Now I have to figure out where to move, and like literally up until the day that I was moving, I thought that I was moving. But I found another apartment, moved in here, started here, still door dashing every day, still looking for a job, going to job fairs at this point, like, and the job fairs and the level of education that I have do not match up. So of course I'm not finding anything at these job fairs, and everybody's like, oh, you're overqualified, and I'm just like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Like, I still need a job. Like, I'm overqualified, I'm underqualified, like what I'm reading the descriptions, and it seems like I'm like qualified, I'm well suited to do the job. Like, so I don't really understand what the issue is. Never did figure that out. So now it's October, which is when my birthday is. Car repossessed. My truck is repossessed. One that is also making me money, helping me live my life, on Turo. Rain is gone, unfortunately, but also was such a huge relief off of my shoulders at the same time to not have to worry about that anymore. And so yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I only need 4. I thought I needed 5. Where the rest of it? missing some green thingies. Where is... Oh, okay, I need one more. One more. I'm not sure. Yep. Yeah, now it's October. It's my birthday. Oh wait, no. Back to September. It's September, right? No, okay. The whole time, like, I'm literally just fighting for my life, right? So of course, like, you lean on your friends or whatever. And my boyfriend was like, has been like, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I already made 5. I can't count sometimes. My boyfriend has just really been like, just I don't know, just key, like he really been just supporting me in just such a really really great way. My boyfriend has just like been just such a big help and such a big support in really saving my life and saving my ass since I've been in this situation. In this situation since I've been living the past year. And same time, my mom then gets fired from her job. So now she really can't do nothing other than, talk to me on the phone. So that is going on. Like, my so-called best friend at the time, like, we're talking or whatever, which is a miracle in and of itself. And also coincidentally, she's doing something big or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, like, I'm literally like staring down the face of homelessness, like, and you got 2 kids, and you're a lot more stable than I am because you have 2 children. And I'm like, okay, I really hate to ask this, but like, if it comes down to that, like, is it okay? Like, would it be okay if I moved in with you or whatever? And wait, it's on the corner or is it on the thing? And then she's like, of course, like, yeah, of course, just let me know. And then she's like, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. And then I don't hear from her until September. This is in June. So that happened. Cool. That happened. My mom is unemployed. My boyfriend is really the only person, really able to, like, really, really help me. And I'm dashing literally all day, every day, trying my hardest to make money, to pay my rent, to pay my bills, to pay my electricity bill, to buy food at the end of the day. Down bad, okay, for literally the last half of the year. Literally the last half of the year. So I need 4 of these. Whole time though, I learned about human design. My birthday is here. I'm not feeling super great come October. My car gets repossessed right before my birthday, like literally like a day or 2 before my birthday. I'm literally walk outside to go dash, and I'm looking for my truck, and my truck is gone. And I'm just like, well, okay. Low-key glad that is over. The craziest shit happened today, y'all. I woke up and I was 25, and I was like, how did we get here? And I'm still trying to figure that out right now, in this moment, trying to figure out how we got here. But we're here now. Yay! I'm 25. It's my birthday, and it's been the longest year ever. And it's not even over yet. Not even over yet. So that's great. So great. Not over yet. But here I am, about to get ready. Trying to make myself feel good on my birthday, even though, like, I'm not feeling good about anything else. But that's okay, because things are gonna get better. I would quote this song, but y'all probably don't know what song it is. I have to put y'all on. Anyways, so this year, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna change a lot, and I'm excited to see what the change is. Excited to see what the change is. So we're gonna start by putting on our contact lenses. We're gonna do some oil lashes, then figure out what we're gonna wear today, then go out and try and make some money until I go out to celebrate my birthday tonight with my man. So yay, that's what my day consists of. My head's itching, so somebody must have to send me some money. Thank you in advance to whoever that person is. Y'all, like, I'm just trying to decide how transparent to be on Beyonce's internet, because life is like dead ass been rough. That's why I really just had to take a step back from recording, because like I literally just been working, trying to find some work nonstop, and that has not been going anywhere. So having to figure that shit out every day, take it day by day, which is really annoying because I know what I want to do and I know what I'm capable of doing. I just don't understand why it's so hard for me to find something to do. Like something that I want to do, something that I'll be not even more consistent at, because I'm not meant to be consistent at things, but something I'll be more excited to do, because if I'm excited about it, then I'll do it. But I haven't found nothing exciting for me. And then on top of that, like for some reason, like the fact that I am a college educated, person means absolutely nothing apparently to these jobs. And like it's a whole big thing going on in the economy right now, and I've just unfortunately had to really learn about it even more over these past 6+ months. Like, it's literally older people I know looking for part-time jobs right now, and I know that they've been at the jobs that they already got for 20+ years. That is insane. Okay? That's insane. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Content be hard to put on sometimes. Okay, wait. Bro, go in my eyeball. Is that a hair? It's in there. It's in there. Now I can only see out of one eye. But anyways, yeah. So I had to take a step back because I've been trying to like look for another job just to sustain myself. Cause bro, like I don't know where to start this story. I don't know where to start this story, bro. Sorry I've been away, but this is what's been going on. And this is what I plan on changing in my 20s. I'm already in my 20s. This is what I plan on changing for 25. I don't know. I'm really excited for 25 because it's just a new year and who knows what's going to happen. And I don't know if y'all subscribe to sidereal astrology. I think that's how you say that. But this year is going to be a second house perfection year, which means that I'm also going to be a Scorpio sun, Aquarius rising, and Gemini moon, which I think is going to be super interesting. Like, it's giving transformation. Like, I'm finna be, like, my thoughts are about to be a lot more deep and a lot more intimate, and also a lot more strategic. And then on top of that, like, I'm finna be communicating a lot differently about my feelings, maybe a lot faster, like, maybe to a lot more people. Maybe my feelings are just really about to be giving hella duality, and I'm really about to learn how to really embrace that with my... What are you doing, son? with my thinking and stuff. So like I'm super excited about that. And then Aquarius rising in this area of Aquarius about to take over everything because Pluto finna move into that bitch. Like I'm super excited to be on the way with Aquarius. Feel like we finna be one. Like what's finna be happening in the world and stuff. Like and what's gonna be happening with me is gonna be very directly correlated when Pluto gets to Aquarius because I'm gonna be in Aquarius rising. So I cannot get Pluto out of my rising house. Like I cannot get Pluto out of my first house. And that's hurting my feelings. But anyways, I cannot get Pluto out of my first house. But now we're gonna be in sync. Gonna be really interesting. Cause because Aquarius is all about humanitarianism. It's also about boundaries because Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn. It's about rules and lessons and like following Jade. She got some really interesting predictions about what this is really going to mean for the country, and I'm excited to see what it's going to mean for the country with Pluto and Aquarius, and I'm excited to be a part of it and see what the hell I can do to help it bust all this shit up. Fuck this capitalism shit, man. I'm trying to frolic in the fucking field and not have a care in the fucking world, and y'all niggas want to labor. Like what? What? Like people are willingly like, okay, I'm gonna go out and get a second job because apparently inherently we have convinced ourselves that we should not be able to sustain ourselves with just one job, let alone having one job in the first place. Like I do not want to have a job. I want a sustainable homestead in the middle of nowhere, and I just want to travel, hop on a plane or whatever, hop on a train, and travel and go where I want to go and learn. That's what I want to do. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. No, I'm not. I'm 25 though. But like that is what I want to do, and I don't know how to get people to also want to do the same thing. Yeah. So I think this is gonna be a really interesting year. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, I'll show y'all some more when I'm dressed. Another great fresh set of lashes. Y'all, in my head, I can really dance. Like, I be tucking it up in my head when I'm doing it from out up here. I'm a choreographer. I'm an art director up here. I see the whole vision like you. It's a music video. Alright. Well, this is it. This is half of the look. I just gotta finish getting dressed and then hopefully capture some decent pictures because this is it. This is it. So, yay. Get through October. That's when the eclipses were. And I'm still just like, what do I need to do to get a job? Like, what is going on? Have some interviews, but they just don't go anywhere. November. Kilo, which is my car's name, which is the Nissan's name, she breaks down, and now I'm like, what the F? I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. I literally can't. Literally can't. So of course, boyfriend to the rescue again. Here comes Brandon to the rescue. And then there's December. Oh, it's Christmas time. I really want to go home. Can't go home. My car is just hanging on for dear life. But I mean, not dear life. Like, she's fine. But there's definitely some work that she could use, you know, like she drives fine, check engine light's not on, like she's fine, but there is some stuff that I know I need to fix, and I'm just like, I want to fix them so bad. And I'm like, okay, as soon as I, like, literally at this point, every time I think I'm catching up, like, I just fall farther behind. And that's the end of 2023 was just not my year. Like, it was just not my year. 2023, not my year at all. But December was cool. I started seeing a little bit more money in December. Start feeling like maybe I can breathe a little bit, but I still can't go home. Christmas was okay. And then, but also in December, I'm just seeing like a really big change in like my attitude and like my just, you know, I guess overall self-worth. I guess not self-worth, but like my overall perspective and my attitude towards life, which is also just making me just feel a lot better about myself, because I was just not feeling good throughout this whole thing, because people, and I hate that, but society really makes it seem like, okay, you don't have a job, like that's literally your fault, but it's actually literally not my fault. Like, if I'm applying to jobs where I am qualified and overqualified, and like you like literally have the experience, like, and I'm not hearing anything back, like that's literally not my fault, and that says nothing about my character. Like, at this point, I'm doing all that I can do to find a job, and it's proving to be unnecessarily hard. Okay. Oh, this is the base. Oh, that makes sense, you know. Are these supposed to connect? They are supposed to connect, but they're not connecting. Hmm. How? How is that supposed to connect? It was supposed to be two? Anyways. But now I'm like really deep into human design, and I'm like trusting myself to make my decisions, and I'm just like letting myself rest more, because at this point I really was like so burnt out, needing so much rest, and I really just started like letting myself do that. And now, you know, it's the new year, and I'm like, okay, you know, like, new year, just try this again. Like, just taking breaks at this point in between just even applying places, because it's just like annoying at this point to be doing so much work to apply to these places, because some of these places want too much to even just fill out the application, and just be getting rejection email after rejection email after rejection email. And I'm like, are y'all even reading my resume at this point? Because like at this point, the advice is tailor your resume to every job application. Okay, I'm tailoring my resume to every job application. That's still not getting me nowhere. That's not like adding up. Not adding up. Is it supposed to be two of these right here? Oh, it is supposed to be two of those right there. Okay, I thought I was tripping. I was tripping. Okay, but I figured it out. Anyways, but I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm really just not even like, you know, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. At this point, I really just want to figure out what it is that I want to do, and I just want to focus on doing what I want to do, and you know, the money will come, and the money was coming. You know, I was super deep in human design, and like super excited about teaching it to people. Like, I'm talking to my family about it. I'm teaching, I'm like giving people readings and stuff about it. I'm like just spreading the news, okay? Having a good time. What in the world? Stop this. What? Like this. Like this. Cool. Got it. December is actually a really good month because like then I'm talking to my grandma's best friend, and she's the only person apparently. Well, she's one of the few people. She's one of the few people who can talk about my grandmother without like making it a hella depressing conversation. So I'm like in contact with her and I'm telling her about human design, and she's telling me about this book that she wrote and how she's going on a book tour, and it's like super cool. December was a really good month. Um, then January comes, and at this point, I think that I have the impression that me and my mother like really in a super good place in our relationship, because I'm being a lot more honest and open and stuff, and like standing up for myself with her and stuff. And now my cousin who had me blocked has unblocked me. This is not Facebook time. Wait. Something like this. Yeah, like that. And so I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna go in a better direction. Now I can like, like the disagreement that we had. Now you have come to the conclusion that you just didn't want to hear what I had to say, and that made you upset. And I understand that. I understand. Whatever. I mean, but to make you block me for a year, I understand. It hurts your feelings. I understand. Because I have always like really liked that about myself, like that I make space for people and that people find themselves comfortable around me, even if they don't necessarily like say it. Like, it's just very obvious in the way that they're like the way that they act and the way that they like relax around me, and I really have always loved that about myself. Um, so I'm thinking, okay, cool. Like, I'm trying to talk to her about it, and now I'm like super loud with my family about how I'm absolutely positive that I am autistic, and trying to teach them about my experience and being more vocal about my experience growing up in the family with them. Especially since like my goddaughter is also on the spectrum, and you're not even sure, the whole like diagnosis and like severity of it yet, so I'm trying to be vocal and share my experience so that we can all learn from it, so that we like make space for this little girl, so we make sure we are supporting this little girl the way she needs to be supported. And I'm thinking, ooh, this is gonna be great. January comes, me and my mother are having like this conversation, and in this conversation she just is just describing her life to me, and she just seems and she just sounds so unhappy, and I'm just like, okay, well, our relationship's been going, well, maybe now's the time, like maybe now she'll be able to accept this knowledge and this information that I have and these opinions that I have, that I know that a lot of people also share. And I should be able to hopefully be able to accept them, and be able to like maybe want to be ready to change it, and live a happier life. I'm thinking, maybe that's where we're at. I was not right in that assumption at all. Wait. Oh, I forgot something else. Anyways, I was not correct in that assumption, because that conversation of me trying to bring her awareness to um, the way several of her friends and family find her behavior and presence to be not so fun, not so welcoming and warm sometimes. And I thought, you know, maybe she might be ready to like hear that and change that, and like maybe decide to like do some deep diving and be ready to like do some growing and stuff. And she was not. And so she, before I even finished what I was saying, like she hung up in my face, and she blocked me, and then my brother blocked me, and they had me blocked for like a good like month or two. um and then that was that. That was that. In January, also in January, the cousin who had just unblocked me in October, um I'm on the phone with her and her mom. We, you know, chilling, kicking it, blah 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 blah, kicking, because that's what we do, you know, whatever. And no, then her daughter starts to cry because she's upset about something, and like I hear the way that she's like consoling her, and I'm like, wait a minute, pause, let's take a step back. You know, let's deep dive the language that we're using to console our children with, right? Because if if your child is upset, and every time that you come to them, and every time that they come to you when they're upset, or every time that you approach them when they are upset, like the first thing that you're telling them to do is to stop crying, is to stop expressing the emotion that they're expressing, then, you know, eventually they're going to stop coming to you to be consoled. Like eventually they're going to get the message that it's unsafe for them to feel their feelings and express their feelings around you, because for whatever reason, like, you just tell them to stop. It's just, it doesn't make them feel safe. And I can say this because literally that's how I felt growing up in the family. Like, it's literally how my mom made me feel, and I expressed this to her, and it took a minute, but now she's understanding. Like, she's trying to understand, you know, whatever. And okay. Yeah, not these. Just the long ones. Interesting. Um, and that results in a conversation where I'm just like, okay, well, like, I understand what you're trying to do. Like, I understand that you don't like to see her upset. Like, because we just had a conversation about how, you know, watching her have temper tantrums, and, you know, be upset, like, makes you upset. And obviously it does, you know. But that's when, you know, you as a parent have to figure out, okay, how do I console my child? And then, like, regulate my own emotions also at the same time. And that's literally all the conversations I was trying to have. Like, we just need to be more aware of like the language that we're using. Like, telling her that she's a big girl, she don't need to cry, is like literally just not a true statement, and it's just an unnecessary way to stop her crying. Like, you don't have to say that to her. It's a choice, and whether you want to admit it right now or whether you want to see the repercussions of it later, it is causing, you know, harm. And that's just the truth of it. Like, I mean, me telling you that is so wrong, and it's so much more important for you to be upset about me having an opinion, and the fact that I don't have children, that you can't even hear what I got to say, and now I'm blocked again. So, well, I wasn't blocked in January. I was just being ignored in January. I got myself blocked like a couple of weeks ago. That's a whole different other conversation. um. So yeah. Not talking to my mother, brother, closest cousin is now ignoring me. I'm literally in Houston. The only person I know is my boyfriend, and I have a friend who lives here, you know, but she lives far away, and she's a teacher, so she's busy. You know, so I'm just like feeling okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, well, it is what it is at this point. I really don't know. I keep accepting that like I'm the bad person for having this different perspective than everybody else and having the audacity to bring it up and to challenge y'all. Like, if that means I'm the villain, okay, then whatever. I'm just gonna have to be the villain because I'm just not gonna sit around and like watch this happen. And I'm definitely not gonna sit around and allow you to treat me like this, right? All right. I mean, like, stand on that. Stand on that. So at this point, like, my brother have me blocked. Chastity's ignoring me, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna just have to be okay with like literally possibly never speaking to them again. And I really got to that point. Like, I got to that point. Um, but then my mama called me. Well, no, then I also forgot these important tidbits. In September or October, I cannot remember specifically when it was, but sometime back then, last year, I got rear-ended for the first time. Then in January, I got rear-ended again in a 6-car pileup. So even though my mom is ignoring me now, she hears that I'm like now been in this accident because now the insurance company is talking to her because technically it's her car, legally it's her car, whatever. And so now she's like, oh, are you okay? But now she don't really actually want to have no conversation with me. Now she's just checking in or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, I'm at the point, we don't have to speak. But I mean, this is your car and they're talking to you. And obviously they're going to, like, they need to talk to me though, because like I have the car and they're accepting liability. I'm the one who has to actually go take it to get the damage checked out and like take it to get the damage fixed and stuff because I'm driving the car. It's been my car for years now. Well, that all happens. They I don't know what's going on, but I called to like find out. Like, it's been weeks later, I haven't heard anything. I take the car to get looked at. They say how much the damage is gonna be, the repairs are gonna be, or whatever. And then like I'm just not hearing nothing else. Come to find out, they sent her the money. They sent my mother the money, and she just kept it. And that was that because she wasn't speaking to me. And so I'm still here fighting for my life. Like, okay, well, okay, now it's March again, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally don't know what's going on. Now it's April, and I'm like, bro, like, I just can't do this no more. Like, so I go to the mall, close to the mall by my house, and I'm just like, literally, I'm about to walk in here, and I'm about to find me a job. Like, and I'm just literally not accepting nothing else. Like, so I go to the mall. I stop in like a whole bunch of different stores, and find myself walking into where I work now, which is Zumiez, as an assistant manager, walking into there, basically talking myself into an interview that was the same day. So I had to come back the same day, had the interview, killed the interview, of course, because I'm me. Like, and that's the thing. Like this one recruiter responded to one of my job applications and was like, your resume is like really impressive, but it's really hard for the recruiter, like for the hiring manager, to see that. And I'm like, well, how did you decide that it's really impressive if it's hard for you to see that? Like, these statements seem contradictory to me. Either it's really impressive or it's not impressive, and you don't see the value in my work. Like, either you see the value or you don't see the value. You saying that you see the value, but you also don't see the value at the same time, and it's just not really adding up to me. And so I asked her for clarification. I'm like, well, can you explain that? Like, can you explain that to me? Like, I would love to like send you a revised, you know, version of my essay, but can you of my resume, but can you explain to me how it is that you see the value but it's hard for you to see the value at the same time? Like, I'm just not really understanding that. Like, it just didn't click to me. But if you have a conversation with me, you literally know for whatever the job is that I'm more than capable of doing it, because like my intelligence is just not, it's not a secret. It's not a secret, and it's not something that I have to jump up and down to show. Like, it's simply there, and you know it as soon as I open my mouth. Like, and that's literally just what it is. Like, so it's just so hard for some reason right now to even get people to give you the opportunity to say something. And I think that's so crazy. Biggest thing about this whole lesson, about this whole thing, about learning and having to really see how the U.S. economy works, is having to see how many hoops you really just have to jump through. Like, this stuff is literally all made up, and it's not like, it don't really, it literally doesn't matter who you are. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. This is like one thing and you're done. Like, and you just literally are in such a pit, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, how did I go from a first college graduate with now 2 years of experience, of management experience, and now that means nothing? Like, because all of the job applications are either asking for five, because the job applications are all asking for 5-10 years of experience doing this stuff, even though it's entry level role. Like, it's just not adding up. It's just not adding up at all. Like, but that was just the biggest thing that I've been learning. Like, this stuff is really made up, and we really need to be trying to overthrow the government like yesterday. Like, y'all, please, like, let's organize. We can do this. Look at what just happened in Bangladesh. Like, if you don't know what's going on in Bangladesh, look at what just happened in Bangladesh. It's so possible for us to overthrow these people, bro. Like, it's so possible. We can do it. Why are we not doing it? I don't aspire to work. I don't aspire to labor. Okay, and that's really the biggest reason why I'm having such a hard time finding a job and staying at a job that I like, because I can do any job. Like, it's easy as fuck. Okay, I literally started as Zoomies. I'm sitting here being trained by these, I'm trying to be trained by these people, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, one, the way they explaining this is so haphazard. There's so many holes in it, and the way that they explain it really shows that they don't actually even have a real understanding of it themselves, because they have no actual, like, concrete concepts of operation. It's just whoever knows the stuff is hopefully around long enough, still getting hours to be able to teach the new people what's going on, because, like, the training was just not. But then also, like, I also am being told, and I know that the manager is a brand new manager with no experience, like, absolutely no experience. And I know I have literally 2 years of experience, plus a 4-year degree from an accredited college where I also went overseas to study. Like, and it's just like, you think that you can teach me something? Like, and I mean that in the most humble way, because I think anybody can teach anybody anything. And I'm not gonna say that I haven't learned anything. I have learned. I'm more than open and willing to learn anything from anybody, you know. But it's just like, in every conversation we have and you trying to explain something to me, I'm like, oh yeah, because this. And you're like, oh yeah, you're so smart. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And I also am educated and have experience doing this thing that you're just learning how to do. Like, to the point where, like, I literally have a list of ideas to even just make the operation of the store easier, to make the training and make the sales culture better. And I'm telling these to the district manager. Now she's just taking the ideas, half-ass doing it, because no detail, no actual, like, not actually addressing what I was bringing to her. And I'm just like, okay, like, I mean, if you happy about it, you happy about it. Like, you literally told me in my interview that I can have your job, and I'm just like, I don't know what you want, what I need to do for you to give it to me. I don't know. But yeah, and that's how Zoom is going so far. So that was April. Now it's May. My brother and my mother are kind of talking to me, kind of not. My brother is talking to me because I'm just like, bro, how long is you gonna be ignoring me? I'm literally just having to confront these people. Like, how long are you going to allow this behavior to be okay? Like, how long? How long? Okay, caveat, jump back to September. Actually, jump back to June, when last time I told you I talked to my best friend and asked her to live with her. because I'm like scared and I just need like some kind of reassurance. And she's like, yeah, just let me know. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow didn't come until September, when she told me the night before that she was coming in town and asked me to go to brunch with her, which I went to. I feel like it was really awkward, but that was what it was. And after that, I still wasn't messing with her. Like, I just was like how you just gonna, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. It's September. I'm telling you, I'm scared. I might need to come live with you. And you're like, yeah, you can come live with me. And now you're gone. Now you ghosted me. I don't even remember what happened for us to even start talking back again. But I guess at some point in time, we obviously had a conversation about what happened, and so then we just, I guess, decided to keep talking or whatever. Because I don't know, I really don't remember what happened. But then she ended up like literally just popping up on me again while I was at home, like sometime in like March or April. No, it was probably like March or February, March. Because then I ended up going to Dallas to babysit for her around the same time I started my job in April. Then my brother's also talking to me, and my brother's a senior in college. I mean, not college, in high school this year. So he graduated in May. It's April. I'm like, okay, I'm gotta figure out how I'm gonna get to my brother's graduation. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna get to my brother's graduation. And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna take you. We're gonna go. Like, don't worry about it. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. This is very much confusing me because, like, I don't know. Blah 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 blah. Now it's May. I'm working at Zoomies. I'm getting a good amount of hours, even though I'm only supposed to be part time. Now I'm basically working a full time schedule, not getting overtime pay. And it's time to go to my brother's. Literally, like the week of my brother's graduation is that Monday. I get hit again. I'm literally minding my business, driving straight in a straight lane, and somebody decides to try and make a right hand turn across the front of me, like from this lane. Like, I'm right here, they right here. They decide to go like this. I'm like, what is going on? Literally, I'm like completely in shock. Like, I'm just like, literally, what just happened? Like, yeah, you just got hit. And I'm just like, no, like, what? That's crazy. And then the dude's like, oh no, are you okay? Like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, we're gonna handle this out of pocket. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of you. Everything will be okay. Blah, 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 blah. I was just trying to get him to his finals. Like, he has his 14-year-old brother in the fucking car. He's 19-year-old. Like, I get hit by some kids. And I'm just like, what? Like, what is going on? It's the Monday before my brother's graduation. I literally have to go to work, and so meets in like an hour. Like, and I'm just like, what is happening? So that happens. My best friend's supposed to be taking me to my brother's graduation whole week. I'm like, okay, like, look, I just had this accident, so like, let me know when you're ready to talk about his graduation, because like, you live in Dallas, I live in Houston, like, and we trying to get to Arkansas, like, we still got to have some kind of conversation about this, right? And I'm just like, okay, just let me know when you want to talk about it. The whole time she texting me about literally everything else, never addresses the fact that I'm trying to talk to her about my brother's graduation. And I'm just like, okay, now it's Tuesday, now it's Wednesday, graduation is Thursday Monday morning, it's Wednesday night. She still ain't saying it. I'm just like, okay, I guess, you know what, I guess I'm not going. Like, I got hit. I can't even, like, at this point, like, if I wouldn't have got hit, I would have just taken the risk to just drive my car, and I probably would have made it, because Kilo is my girl, and she be taking care of me, okay? But now they got hit, and I'm just feeling so unsafe, like, just so unsure. So now I can't go to my brother's graduation. I'm just like feeling like shit, literally. Like, I'm just it was just, that's May. Then she comes back and she's like, she texted me 5 o'clock in the morning Thursday. She's like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean what I'm doing?" Because at this point, now this is exactly the time we should have been on our way to Arkansas, because we would have been exactly 5 hours. We're 5 hours away. Like, we would have been there literally right before the graduation. So why are you texting me right now, asking me what I'm doing, when the whole week I've been trying to have a conversation with you about this with you? You literally have not acknowledged that. Like, I'm crazy or you crazy? Because I called you to try to have a conversation about it. You didn't answer the phone. So I texted you the next day and I was like, and be like, okay, well, like, let me know when you can talk about my brother's graduation so we can figure this out. Because now I got in a car accident. Now it's the day of the graduation. You text me 5 o'clock in the morning to talk about what you doing. I'm like, so I respond with a question mark. Like, when I wake up the next day, I'm just like, literally, like, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want from me? I don't know. She didn't know either, and she decided that she couldn't give me the love that I required, because the love that I require, like, it requires healthy and open, clear communication. Like, if you don't want to talk, you can say you don't want to talk. If you want to talk about, if you were to text about the conversation, we can text about the conversation. You still have to acknowledge or initiate the conversation. Like, you have to respond or initiate. You had the chance to do both. You did neither. What do you want from me? And apparently you don't want nothing because you decided that you cannot give me the love that I required. After 10 plus years of friendship, like, having healthy communication with me is like too much to ask you for. But making me the godparent of your children was not too much to ask for. And it's not, because I have no problem taking that responsibility. But taking responsibility for your actions and your lack of communication skills is asking too much. Okay. I'm gonna be the villain. Oh, yes. So, just going through this cycle of having, like, my closest friends and family, like, decide to, like, cut me off, decide to tell me that I'm, like, asking too much for them, for holding them accountable for their actions, for pressing them on, like, the perspectives and the attitudes that they have about life. Has been a really crazy ride. A really crazy ride. Really, really, really crazy ride. Really, really crazy ride. But now it is June, and I'm still at Zoomies, chilling, still working on my self-development, getting a lot deeper in human design, teaching myself Python. I also taught myself SQL. You know, now, though, I'm just like, okay, I'm catching up on life, getting back on my feet, feeling more secure, okay, I want to make some friends. I had this neighbor move in across the way, and she's really nice, the neighbor who moved in across the way. But I'm like, at the same time, growing apart from literally everybody that I hold in such high regard, and it's just like super duper crazy. At the same time, getting back on my feet, just having to make the decision to actually, like, put myself first, and, like, let these other people stand on the fact that they don't want to have, like, they don't want to be able to receive any constructive criticism, and they don't want to have to have healthy communication with people who, like, want to have that in their relationship with them. And it's, like, a really hard thing to accept, but like, it is what it is. This is how far I got so far. It's been really hard. Now it's July. I have to renew my lease. I decided to stay where I'm at, because I'm already here, getting back on my feet, having a good time. But also, I bought some tickets to go to Camp Flogna, and I want to know if anybody else is going, so we can link up. Okay, if you're going, let me know, because I'm going by myself and I haven't started to put together any of the plans yet. And so if you're going and you are also in the same boat, like, let me know so we can, like, maybe plan together. Okay. But yeah, life has just been lifing your girl. And now I'm at the point where, you know, focus on doing what I want to do as much as, you know, I can, doing as much as I can with the time that I have. Like, so like literally I'm teaching myself Python. I'm literally like writing a book slash putting together notes for me to be able to like give people human design readings. So if you're interested in one, comment down below. Because I wanted to like do 10 solid ones before I started actually like offering them to people for like money. And I still got like 4 or 5 more to do before I'm at that goal of 10. So if you want one, comment down below because I'd love to give you one. And like literally having so much knowledge and information to like help people and want to help people. Like I want so badly to be of service to these people, and they don't want my help, and it's just like, okay. So now I'm back here, back vlogging again because I have so much to say and I'm ready to assume the position as a yapper. Okay, like I have so much to say, and my life, I want it to be a movie and it's my responsibility to make it that way. So here we are documenting it, and I'm so glad and I'm so thankful that y'all are coming along the way. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed the ride. I hope that I can, you know, show y'all a thing or two, you know, be of a little assistance or whatever, because I'm actually so resourceful, so resourceful, and it just pains me that people don't want to take advantage of that. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know why people wouldn't want to take advantage of that. Yeah, so I put together a list of like 10 of the biggest like lessons and like practices that I've put into place over this past year, that I want to share with you guys. So hopefully, you know, let me know if you find some of these things to be true. Let me know if you decide, you know, I'm gonna go experiment with this, and you know, give me some feedback if it works for you or not. So one thing that I try to implement in my life that has helped tremendously with my anxiety is that I am never in a rush. Like I just do not rush myself to do anything at all anymore. Anything at all. And this perspective change came with this video I saw about this guy who was explaining how, you know, you are the creator of time because you decide what you do with your time. So you can decide to sit around complaining a bit about, you know, everything that's around you. You can decide to sit around mulling over about what it is that you want to do, but not being unable and unsure to start. Or you can just start, you know? And I really want to encourage you guys to be open to the start not looking like what you have in mind already, because there's so many opportunities around us, like really in our face, if we just be open to, you know, maybe not everything not looking exactly the way we think it should look, you know. Like I really wanted some flowers, so I made me some Lego flowers so I could have some permanent ones, and I've been waiting to find the ones at 5 and below because I thought they were $5, but they were actually only $3.25, and I put together the whole bouquet. I don't have a vase, but I like the way I set them up in the front room. And it also doubles as me also decorating my house because I've been wanting to do that. I wanted to decorate a lot more, like just put my print on it, because I'm like, what does it even look like when I decorate something? I don't even know. What is my style? I don't know, but I'm figuring that shit out. And now I've decorated my apartment and I have some permanent flowers for me to go and look at that make me feel good every day. Is it, you know, do I still have flowers? Yes. Is it me receiving flowers from my boyfriend or from somebody random? No. Is it me buying myself flowers every day? No. Or every so often? No. But do I have flowers available to make myself feel good to look at? Yes, I do. But it doesn't look like those ways that I assumed that it would look like. And that's just one example, you know? But I need a hole in the middle. So I gotta like do it like this. How do you do it? Maybe then it would be covering the whole thing. Oh wait, what is? Oh wait a minute. No, I'm confused. Number 2. I do not stress about money. I make it my business to not stress about money because, you know, well, one, spending money is just another way to exercise and display my abundance, right? So everything I spend is going to come back to me in multitudes, okay? And it doesn't matter how much it costs. If I want it, I'm gonna buy it. And that's like always true. When you want something, you find a way to buy it. So I just don't stress about money. I know it's gonna come to me when I need it, and that's gonna be the end of it. Confusion. Number 3. I'm learning a lot right now how people really don't have conflict resolution skills, and that makes me really sad. I don't think that's right. That makes me really sad. That people are not able to take constructive criticism and are not able to like hear about themselves, and not even able to voice their own opinions or voice their own like hurt to you, you know, in an appropriate amount of time to let you know when you got them messed up, so that, you know, y'all can develop the relationship and continue to make it better, so y'all are making the correct amount of space for each other. You know, like people don't want to do that, and I don't know why, but it makes me sad. Number 4. I really have enjoyed being able to do human design readings, because I feel like I can read people like a book. And what I'm really having to right now learn how to do and be okay with is giving the readings, even if the people do not give me feedback on the reading or not. So I'm trying to get okay with that, because I did one that I felt like so good about. Like, it was so detailed, my most detailed reading to this day. And they only get better every time I do it. I love it. And the person I gave it to just did not really acknowledge it at all. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm only telling you very often how excited I am about this thing, and, you know, trying to share it with you, and you just don't acknowledge it. So, okay. um, Number 5. Number 5. I really love telling people the truth. I think that I'm very good at it. Well, I mean, I probably could be better at it, but I really enjoy doing it. I really love the way people react, because when you're saying something true to people, they gonna react like in one of a few different ways. They're either going to agree, they're gonna take a step back and be like, damn, bro, you might be right about that, or they're going to be offended, and then in response they're going to try to offend you back. They're going to try to hurt you back, even though you didn't like intentionally try to hurt them, but that's going to be their response to you, is trying to hurt you. Prime example, the cousin who had blocked me for a year unblocked me in January, now ignoring me since January. Now it's like July. I'm like, okay, like, how long is you gonna be ignoring me this time? And she's like, I haven't been ignoring you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So choosing not to text people back or answer their phone calls or return phone calls after you see that you missed them is not ignoring them. Okay, that's my bad. I'll take a step back. But that was not the end of the conversation. But as soon as I sent that message, I literally knew that the conversation was gonna end one of two ways. It's gonna end with me getting blocked, or it was gonna end with her having to admit why she was upset. Because that's literally how conflict, like, resolution, like, goes. Like, either we resolve the conflict, and the conflict is that I said something that was true that made you upset again, and now you're ignoring me, and you don't want to take responsibility or accountability for your actions. Like, and you don't also want to tell me what it is that I did to make you upset. I'm literally just assuming that this is why you're upset, and now, like, I'm trying coming to confront you. You talk about you as ignoring me. Conversation gets really, really, I don't know what, like, I was on topic. I just can't tell you what it is that she was talking about in response to what it is that I was saying. Cause that's how you know when you're saying some true shit to people, because, like, everything that they say in response to you, it does not make sense, and it's not in direct response to anything that you actually said to them. Like, they're just saying stuff. And that's literally exactly how the conversation went. It went from, like, me being like, her telling me that I need to learn how to speak to people first, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I've literally been the last person to reach out to you, so how is it that I need to learn how to speak to people first? That doesn't make sense. One. To two, I'm like, okay, so, like, you need to learn how to take accountability for your actions, since we're, like, giving suggestions to people. Like, maybe that would, like, be helpful. But she's like, no, I don't take accountability for my actions, and you don't know how to talk to people, and this, and that. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously, it's more important for you to be upset than it is for you to have solid people around you to help you, like, and be a community to you and your daughter. So, like, you can go on. Like, I don't know why you still texting me. And she like, I don't know why you talking to me in this manner. Because I'm like, bro, I don't understand what you're saying. What you said was, like, real illiterate right there. I don't know what you're saying. Can you explain it to me? Like, but she didn't want to explain it to me. She's like, I already said I know how to talk to people. And I'm like, you didn't say you know how to talk to people. You told me that I needed to learn how to talk to people. You never said that you know how to talk to people first. Like, you going in circles, and what you're saying is contradicting itself. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't know why you upset. And if you're saying you're not upset, you say you're not ignoring me, then why are we still going back and forth? Like, go back to doing what you was doing. If there was never a problem, you saying to me it was never a problem. Now you telling me it is a problem. Now you mad. Now I'm pissing you off, and now you sitting here trying to tell me that I need to go to a therapist, and that you sending me LinkedIn, like, you sending me a link to Indeed so I can look for a job, and you sending me uh, a link so I can look for a reliable car, and none of these things even apply to me. Like, I've been to therapy, I've done the work. What therapist have you been to? Okay, I'm doing the work to be able to be a better person for myself and for the people that I'm around. What work are you doing? I don't know. That's on her to figure out, honestly. And yeah, calling me disrespectful because calling me disrespectful for calling you out on your behavior, trying to figure out what it is that you've been upset about, give you the opportunity to voice your opinion, because obviously you're not gonna do it on your own, because it's been now 6 months later and you still haven't said anything. um to, like, you telling me I'm being disrespectful, and now you sit here trying to hurt my feelings, trying to tell me how you think that I'm still, like, how you still think that I don't have a job, and how you think there's something wrong with my car, that I'm the one with the unreliable car, without putting nobody business out there, which is not true. And, like, this and that, and telling me that I've never done anything for your daughter, I've never given you money for her, I've never helped you do anything from her because I haven't given you money, and this and that. Like, literally, you just talking out the side of your neck, and none of the shit that you're saying is true. Like, you can literally type in the messages and see where I've sent you money for your daughter. I literally have videos from her first birthday party, when I was literally financially able to actually show up in that way, where I literally had a big ass bag of gifts from her. Not to mention, when I first found out that you got pregnant, all of the work that I put in to, even during the pregnancy, before you even had the baby. Like, but I haven't done anything for your daughter, okay? And that you would never accept advice from me because I don't have children, and that's your problem. And that's another lesson on here. People without kids can absolutely teach people with kids a thing or two about how to treat people as human beings, because children are human beings. And, like, first and foremost, that's literally how you need to be trying to treat them. I don't think y'all heard me there. Like, and so if you don't have a history of being in healthy relationships, then I think that you can, you know, definitely take a tip or two from people who are putting in the work to be in healthy relationships with people. I don't think that's crazy. And then especially me, like I said, being so loud with my family now, knowing and coming to the understanding of how to support myself, knowing that I'm autistic, trying to help you figure out how to support your daughter who is, and trying to point out that it's a really big possibility that you are too, especially since we know that her father is. But you don't want to sit down, you don't want to have to take the test. Okay, you don't want to put in the work. You don't want to take the advice. Okay, I'm the villain. Okay, I'm the villain. Okay. And that's why I love telling people true shit. Love telling people true shit. Big lesson I also learned is that people who love you for real will show up for you every single time. Like, not 95% of the time, not 10% of the time, not 50% of the time, not 72% of the time. They gonna show up 100% of the time. And you can show up for people in more ways than just giving them monetary help when they are going through like a financial struggle. That's literally not the only way to help people. And it's also not helpful to, every time you talk to that person who's going through a financial struggle, for you to ask them like what it is that they plan to do, because like it's other stuff for them to be doing. And these have just been some really big lessons that I've been learning over this past year, and I hope that maybe they can help y'all too. And if you found any of these to be true, share your experience. Okay, share it with me. Let's be friends, please. Because that's really why I wanted to get back into like vlogging. One, because like I said, my life is a movie, and it's my responsibility to make it that way until I'm able to hire people to do it for me. But also because I want so badly to build community. I want so badly to be of service to people who are willing and who understand like the value of what I have to say. And I'm not here to jump up and down and prove that to anybody. Like, if you see it or you don't, and if you don't, that's okay. Like, maybe we just not for each other, and that's okay. If you see it, then let's be cool. Let's be friends, please. Please. I'm super nice. I really, really am. Because anytime I ask people to literally describe me to myself, like, I feel like it's so hard for me to get feedback from people, and I want it so badly. Like, I want it so badly. Like, constructive criticize me, okay? Please. Like, I can take it. I can take it if the source is coming from a like genuine objective place who's also done the work. Like, like, that's important. The perspective that the other person has, and I make space. I'm so capable of making space for everybody's perspective, and I love to do that. So, like, please, let's be friends. This is your invitation. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna come back and show y'all what it looked like for real. Because like I said, I had to re-record this video, but I'm glad I did. I feel like I rambled still, because I'm a rambler, and I hope y'all don't get lost. But if you do get lost, literally tell me, cuss me out in the comments, say something, please. Like, somebody give me some feedback, please, okay? But also, it was a lot more organized than it was in the first video, so yeah. I will be right back, because I got to figure this part out. Here is my Eiffel Tower. Isn't it so cute? Can you see it? See it? See it? See it? My little trees. If I turn this off, you're not gonna be able to see me. I wish you could turn it down. But anyways, this is my Eiffel Tower. I wish you could freaking see it. Okay, you see it better like this. Here's my Eiffel Tower. Alright, now I gotta go put it in the front. And now I have a full Taurus up here with everything else. It's right there. It's really, really small. You can't really see it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment. Like, I'm so for real about being friends. Like, if you even have the slightest inkling that we could be friends and that you might be interested in being my friend, then like reach out to me, because I would really love to be friends. I'm really trying to build a community because we really need to overthrow the government, and we really need to be ready for what that looks like. And I'm trying to help people get ready. So if you're trying to get ready, if you want to get ready together, let me know. Okay. Thanks, guys. Good night.